Yo, Chester, welcome back to Legendary Adventures. My name is Eli, aka that Big Sauce Gamer Tag.
And I'm Becky, aka Small Fry.
Squad! We got a goodie one for you today. Now,
get comfy, guys.
Get comfy.
Get your snacks. Get your Pokemon Go game.
No. Get the notebooks out. Get the pad and the paper, or get the notes on your phone. Because we typing. We writing down. We got info to go ahead and share with y'all. We promised y'all the Holiday Cup details. We have a breakdown. In which case, Becky has created a masterful mind way of going ahead and sharing the information, which I'm excited because the way she breaks it down, I'm like, I see. But bam, as always, if you haven't done so already, be so kind to go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and smash the notification bell so you can be notified of wonderful Pokemon Go vlogs, the Pokemon Go tips, tricks, and community day tip videos, of course, all your raid counter guides, and of course, your spotlight info, and of course, the 411 on PvP, and the ever so fun card unboxing videos as well. Well, fam, let's dive into it. The way that you wanted to go ahead and break this down was different, because normally what we like to do is the top contenders, the top 10, the top 5, and that's nice and all, but that doesn't help you battle-wise. That doesn't
help you create a balanced team, and we're here to create a balanced team. So we're gonna go over the leads, who to start off with, who to close off with, and your overall top 5.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, we're also going to go ahead and let you know who to expect, like who to utilize these against. That way, you can either make a little note next to the Pokemon that you best feel that you have in your arsenal, the ones that you can power up. Now, first and foremost, these are the Pokemon for the Holiday Cup. The Holiday Cup being a 1500 CP max cap, otherwise known as the Great League. Now, the Holiday Cup consists of Pokemon from Normal League, the Grass League, Electric. We're going to go ahead and get the Ice types in there, the Flying types, and of course, the Ghost type.
Ooh.
Immediately, I know some of y'all thinking, y'all got some wonderful in mind, but let's make sure that who to set it up and who to partner them with. So don't get ahead of me just yet, fam.
Okay, so we're starting off with the lead Pokemon that are able to apply pressure on your opponent. So, yes.
Under pressure.
So these are your starting Pokemon. Coming in at number 5 is Altaria.
Ooh, the Dragon-type Pokemon that's always a pain. Yes,
You're gonna want it with Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse.
Okay, alright. So, if you don't know already, I mean, the Dragon Breath in itself is a great coverage move in itself. Sky Attack definitely goes ahead and works in for, the other Pokemon. I mean, needless to say, you are building up to go ahead and hit hard when they do land. In my mind, based on what we have for the coverage of the type of Pokemon, who are we looking for already that it's going to be best against?
It's going to be best against Alolan Marowak, which we know that a whole bunch of people are going to be starting off with Alolan Marowak.
That is true. It is a speedster.
Yes, Vigoroth, which he's a big name in the Holiday Cup, so this is a great lineup. And Obstagoon, which is a beast of a fighting type Pokemon, but Altaria has the power to take it down.
Oh yeah, okay, so those are speed little freaks that honestly, like,
speed little freaks.
They are. They're
spammy.
She said it. They're spammy. They're part of my Speed Star team. Heyo to all my Akina fans, but they're my Speed Star teams because they're the fastest. They're the fastest ones that charge up. They're spammy in regards to that, and then of course it's gonna do damage onto it as well. So with that said, moving into number 4,
Magnezone.
Now,
Heck yes.
Magnezone's a great one if you haven't already invested into one, whether it's for 1500 CP or for the Ultra League. But again, sticking to this in itself, yes. Magnezone, if you can, I'll give it the extra move. But Mirror Shot, Spark, and Wild Charge is just boss.
Yes, and Magnezone will be able to take down Pokemon like Skarmory, which is a pain, Altaria, which we just mentioned, Alolan Graveler.
Ooh, okay, all right.
So that's a great lineup.
That's a great lineup in itself, and it's always great to know that if you have a lead, what counters another lead, and that's a great one to go ahead and bring into the mix.
That's true.
Okay, so now coming in at number 3, the one, the only hot-headed
Alolan Marowak.
Now, fam, do note that for this one, you're gonna want to have it with Fire Spin, Bone Club, and if you were able to raid for it, or if not trade for it, to have Shadow Bone on it.
That legacy move, man.
Because you needed something to go ahead and be just quickly power up to hit.
Yeah, and Alolan Marowak will beast Pokemon like Vigoroth, Skarmory, and Wigglytuff.
Ooh, okay, I'm loving it because Wigglytuff is a much bigger problem than most people tend to think.
That's true.
Now, coming in at number 2,
Shadow Electivire.
Yes, I love Electivire. Now, Shadow Electivire, even better in itself because it gets that shadow damage boost, but you're gonna want it with the Thunder Shock, Wild Charge, and Ice Punch.
And that's gonna be beasting Pokemon Pokemon like Alolan Marowak, which we just mentioned, Vigoroth, and Skarmory.
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one in itself to have. Now,
Ooh, this next one, which is number 1 to start off your team with, number 1 lead right here is Alolan Graveler with Volt Switch, Stone Edge, and Rock Blast.
what makes it even great is because you don't need to evolve it all the way to Golem, and on top of that, it's one of those Pokemon that the charge move is only 10,000 Stardust. You're looking at Pokemon...
A star. You're looking at a star.
You're looking at one that's going to be utilized a lot because it's a cheaper one to use.
And it's going to beast Pokemon like Skarmory, Alolan Marowak, and Altaria.
Okay, I mean, it's got coverage. So what do we set up for the closing?
Okay, so for the closing, we're looking for bulk or hard-hitting moves.
Here's another one that doesn't get a lot of play, and I'm excited to actually bring it into it because
Me too.
I have this one already set up.
And that's such a holiday Pokemon is Frostlass.
Word.
With the Powder Snow, Avalanche, and Shadow Ball.
Don't sleep on Shadow Ball ever. Shadow Ball
Yes.
is the move to have if you can bring it into a PvP, and of course you can set up your switches, or if your closer with the Haymaker is ready to go ahead and pop it. I mean, it's what you want.
Yeah, what Eli likes to do is power Shadow Ball all the way up and save it till the end, and just at the end, just rip your opponent apart with Shadow Ball.
Well, yes, and I used to be able to get away with it with her, but as you can tell, she knows, so I need to create new strategies.
Okay, and then Frostlass is gonna take the win against Vigoroth, Alolan Marowak, and Altaria.
Oh, definitely. Altaria just gets ripped to shreds. This one we mentioned already in the lead, and it can also be a closer, but you can only use it once. So, it's Electivire and Shadow. And of course, you need to go ahead and have it with the Thunder Shock, the Wild Charge, and the Ice Punch.
Yes.
And of course, this one...
It's gonna be the same key wins, which is Skarmory, Vigoroth, and Wigglytuff.
Oh, seriously, it's one to have. It's a great one, honestly.
So another interesting Shadow coming up in the rankings is Shadow Raikou.
Eee, that sounds expensive.
That sounds
expensive.
That sounds so dope to use because you're gonna want it with Volt Switch, Wild Charge, and Shadow Ball.
Oh.
That's gonna like decimate your opponent like that. So yeah, I understand why Shadow Raikou is actually coming in at number 2 for the closers.
Since it's an electric type, if you already did the math, then of course it's going to take down Skarmory, it's going to decimate Alolan Marowak, and it's going to obliterate Vigoroth. But coming at number 1, ooh,
Yes.
for you that have this one in shiny, this is the moment to flex it.
Oh yeah, this feels
It
good.
is. I will admit, if I come across you and you're using this, I will lose you
And
because I won't win.
And we're talking about Reggie.
I hate
Yes,
Reggie.
I'm so happy I have
God,
one.
it's such a tank.
And that one you're gonna want it with Lock On Blizzard and that Focus
Focus
Blast.
Blast.
And yeah, that's gonna win out Vigoroth, Altaria, and Obstagoon.
Again, the fact that it can go ahead and give you coverage on some of the speedsters, it's great. The dragons are great again. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how you get from A to C. You need that overall. That either the one that you're gonna go ahead and use to eat up the hits, or you're gonna be the one that's gonna go ahead and do the most damage, and of course save you face to get you to your final strategy. Coming in at number 5
is Alolan Graveler.
Okay, so it makes another mix in here. Again, this is why it's such a one that you need to keep an eye on, because again, it's the cheap one to go ahead and really bring into the mix, and investment wise, it gives you the electric coverage and the rock coverage, so it's great.
And then coming in at number 4 is Obstagoon as an overall, which he is really dope, man. You're gonna want it with Counter, Night Slash, and Cross Chop as your attacks.
Which is so weird to me because I usually go dark format on it because it's spammier, but for this battle, you need it that way. But it's gonna, here's the reason why. It's gonna do mad damage against the Alolan Marowak. It's gonna rip through the Alolan Graveler because it's the rock type, and then Diggerby, which is gonna be in here for the mix, and it's just gonna
Okay.
And of course, since we mentioned Diggerby comes in at number 3. Now this is the new cute little bunny that you've seen that actually evolves and is an amazing mud boy. Now
you're gonna want the XL version with Mud Shot, Fire Punch, and Earthquake.
See, and reason being is because with those moves in itself, you're gonna be able to take out Alolan Marowak. You got coverage for Skarmory for that steel type,
and Alolan Graveler, which we know that we're gonna see a bunch of during the Holiday Cup.
Earthquake is really hard to beat. it's really hard to survive. You know what I'm saying? So just it's
and
in there.
this next Pokemon, I'm actually really happy that Vigoroth is gonna be the number 2 overall contender for the Holiday Cup. You're gonna want it with Counter, Body Slam, and Bulldoze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do know that Vigoroth with the Body Slam, I cannot stress it enough. It is spammy. It loads up quick.
Yes.
And it hits hard. And there's nothing you can do if you did not prepare for it. So it is
That's
one
true. You're gonna
to
be
strongly consider having in the mix.
And you're gonna be able to burn those shields off, which is what we want. So Vigoroth is gonna beast Pokemon like Obstagoon.
Oh, Graveler and Diggerby.
So the number 1 overall Pokemon for the Holiday Cup is no other than Olitera with Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse, which we already went over. But yeah, that one's gonna be a great one just to have in your team.
Well, fam, let us know down in the comments below what your team is going to be looking like. If you're going to just play this for fun, or if you're going to go hardcore to go ahead and get to
the new pose and the avatar items. 'Cause those are gonna be dope.
Well, fam, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't so, and of course, we'll catch you in the next Legendary Adventures.
Peace.